Okay, let's talk about my 5-year plan again. So it's Tuesday, it's about 8:30, and I fly home today, but what I'm, I guess, trying to convey is what it costs to live out here. And again, my girlfriend, she bought a house out here. It's a few miles away from the beach, but you know, it's a short ride, and you know, in the future we'll probably just buy a car and keep it out here. We don't rent, so an Uber ride, I take Uber out twice a day. In the morning, go back, take a shower, take a little nap or something, and then come back out for the evening. It comes out to be about, I think for the 4 days, or the 4 times I came out twice a day, $60 total, and that's with like a 15% tip. You can spend as much as you want out here. So like right there, once you get into the street, you know, you're in Mexico. You're no longer in Orange County, you're in Mexico. And the houses out there, because of so many foreigners moving out here, those homes go probably between, like, I'd say $200,000 $400,000, you know, depending on the size of the lot and everything, and you know, how old the house is and how close it is to the water. There is really no beachfront property out here in La Paz because the whole boardwalk is built along this beach here. And then you see out there in those hills, that's where the real money is. So you can spend as much as you want out there. Those are, you know, now you're talking millions. So what it cost me for the 4 days, and some of the price you would have to pay anyhow. So the flight out here from Tijuana was about $230 round trip, and I did not have to pay for a stay because we have our place. What I do is I pay for the person to come out and clean and everything once I leave. So we give her 500 pesos for that, and she did a little grocery shopping for me. So, you know, bought a little bit of food there. I made sure that I had enough food for like mornings, and I usually grab, you know, make myself something in the morning, and then I come out here and I hit a few coffee shops. That's a little bit cheaper and healthier than bar hopping. Obviously I got a car at the airport, so that could be $20 to $25 a day. So the next time I come out, I'm gonna try to drive. I'm gonna try that one time. That's the expense that you just can't get away from if you're flying out somewhere, is that you know, keeping a car at an airport. You know, unless you live close to the airport and you could just take an Uber or something. But I'm 2.5 hours away from that Tijuana airport. What else? You know, when it comes to food, I'm just gonna be candid. Quit complaining about the, you know, you can't get cheap tacos anymore. If you're spending this much money to come out, I hope you're just not coming out for fucking tacos. You know, get over it. The average, I would say the average sit down, you know, along the boardwalk there, the average price for like a sit down meal, you know, which would be like the equivalent to, I don't know, like a BJ's brew house or something like that, is, I'd say like 300 pesos. So I don't know, close to $20. I think right now the exchange is about 16 pesos to the dollar. Now there are places where, like, my son and I went to a place called McFisher. We both got a couple tacos, had a couple beers, and it was about 20 bucks. But it's just a couple tacos and a couple domestic beers. Once you start going to places where they have microbreweries or specialty drinks and stuff like that, you know, you're on the Americans, you're on the American budget side there. You're no longer looking for cheap tacos. And again, if you're worried about cheap tacos, then you can't afford to come to Mexico. It's just, It just makes no sense. I get cheap tacos in California all day long. I don't need to travel to Mexico for that. So that's it. Yeah, oh, well, let me see. So how much did it cost? I think I took out $300 in cash, and I probably still have $100 in my pocket, and I've taken out a friend to eat, and I used my credit card just a couple times. But obviously I use the credit card for Uber and stuff. But I don't know, you can do it low key. You don't have to go out to a steakhouse every day. I would suggest, even if you did Airbnb or something like that, and like an Airbnb for a week out here is anywhere between $800, $1,200. And well, I would say that would also be for the month. You could probably get one for $800 to $1,200. And definitely just buy food. There's plenty of supermarkets, and there's some cool supermarkets that are like the equivalent to a like a Vaughn's Pavilion or a Gelson's or something. There's a couple of those around where, you know, they got French wine at $8,000 a bottle. They got Lafite, they got Latour, they have Mouton, Morgot, but you know, or you can just go the little corner market as well. But I would definitely take advantage of just, you know, making something small at your house, so you're not dependent on going out all the time. And then when you do go out, you know, have a small drink and just eat light and just food hop. That's probably a cheaper alternative. All right, that is it. This is my plan. It may not be yours. And let's continue. There you go. So here's some house prices. They got them in US dollars and in pesos. And it's either La Paz or other areas around La Paz. So there you go. $250,000, but it's in El Centenario, which is on the other side of like the airport. It's not that far away. Seems to be a pretty popular place, but try to find something like that in Southern California without paying $800,000 for it. What's the other one? I think I saw one. It's in La Paz. Yeah, it's right here, $269. That's what you're up against.